All right, so good morning. It's day 12. Just starting out a little late. 6:45 we departed because of me, and I had to walk up a stinking hillside full of granite like that to do my morning nature call. Takes forever doing that kind of stuff. Otherwise, we for sure would have been out here 15 minutes earlier. I'm convinced. I'm sure the others, or Gabrielle's not. Chris was already on the trail by 6:30. And Jordan is with us, Gabrielle in front of me. So today I think we have like a 14-miler total, something like that, I don't know. But we're gonna go to Richardson Lake right now, and we're leaving whatever lake we're at, I forget. And we're at about 7,800 right now. And we're gonna, at the end, we're gonna be a little bit less. We're gonna be just about 7,100. So we don't have brutal uphill today. We have definitely some uphill near the beginning here to kind of get out of the bowl of the lake. And then it's gonna be just, some up and down. So it's not gonna be a killer day, but we're gonna get some great miles, and we all really feel like we just wanna hike. We just wanna get some miles. It's kind of weird, but we do. And it has to be at least like 14 or so it doesn't count. It's just, it's kind of weird. So, but today will be the light day. Next couple days, I think we have 16, which will be good. I mean, it's just nice to be able to do that consistently. It feels really good. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to hiking today. So, really cold last night, but it was. But I had a really good sleep and no bear incidents. We had the bear vault with Kevlar bags. Chris thought he heard some scratching and stuff. Away from the campsite. Of course, I thought I heard some footsteps, but I think we're all good. So on the way to Richardson Lake, which is a car camp place, that's where we're going to meet up and actually have our lunch. So we're planning on getting there around, between 12 and 2. 2 would be crazy late. And then we'll probably hike on to, there's this little stream, and then we're just going to find a campsite around there. So we should all be together again tonight, which would be always a lot of fun now, finding more out about each other, each passing day, all the really cool conversations and stuff. So I'll show you the good views. Hike on. Okay, what really ticks off everybody in our campsite here? Look at this stinking mess. Toilet paper scattered all over, probably because some animal got in there, and this guy just didn't even dig a hole, just pooped all over the place, put a rock on it, and it's like literally right next to the trail. Which is, it's just so stupid. Plus, anybody could just, walk up on the person. It's not difficult to dig a cat hole, guys. So the views are already starting, and we haven't even left the lake. This is like some pond or something connected to the lake. And you can see the sun just coming up. Glorious morning. So I don't know how far we've been hiking, probably about 45 minutes, actually less than that. But we're really in a deep forest. This is actually the first meadow we've come across. It's been a really deep forest once you got out of the initial kind of boulders. It's just really pleasant. It's really cool morning. I thought we'd be exposed to the sun, but we're not yet. We're gonna be in this for a while, I can tell. So we've been climbing almost all the time, so I think most of our initial climb is probably gonna be over here. It's starting to flatten out a little bit. Hike on. So we're stopping for breakfast. We've hiked about 4 miles, which means we have 5 miles left to the lake. Gabriella's just macking on her. Let's look at that. Whoa. What is
that? Hazelnut almond butter with peanut butter.
Wow.
On an English muffin.
Yeah. So, oh, and the applesauce comes next? Mm-hmm. Is that the adult version, or is that the little child version?
This is a kid's version.
Nice.
Strawberry applesauce.
So how do you just suck it out of the straw thing? That is so convenient.
It's very convenient. It's very heavy as well.
Yeah. Yeah, packaging does everything, isn't it? Oh. So I'm having
a lot of water.
A little RX nut butter thing. I'm having the chocolate. Oh, it's not focusing. Anyways, it does say chocolate peanut butter. And then I'm having the classic oatmeal, but it's the Umpqua oats. That's what we found in the store. So that was pretty good. Put some pumpkin seeds in there. And then for the trail here, now at lunch, I'm gonna have one of these Pro Meal bars. And this one is the Whole Berry Blast. Now that is gonna be good. Yep, so that's breakfast. Yeah, it's a little cool, isn't it? It's a very cool morning because where you can. Yeah, we really have not topped out into a sunny area, which, you know, I'm really thankful for, because the sun is very intense, and we'd put sun stuff on right away. Well, this is kind of where we're headed. We're going to exit Desolation Wilderness today. So what you're going to see here is kind of the bowl where we've been. Not quite, but I don't know if you recognize it. But a lot of it's to the left in the trees here, so we just can't get it all, because it actually goes like 180. There's still mountains through those trees there. So this is kind of our goodbye to Desolation Wilderness, and you can tell there's so much more there. Just massive glacier valleys, tons of lakes. It just goes on and on and on. And I think that might be Richardson Lake where we're headed, but I really don't know. So we're getting ready to exit Desolation Wilderness in just a handful of miles. That's where we're going to have lunch at Richardson Lake. And so that was pretty good. I keep forgetting to mention that all this time in Desolation Wilderness, including right now, we're still on the Pacific Crest Trail as well. So for the last few days now, we've been on both the Rim Trail and the PCT. So that's been pretty cool. And I don't know if we've actually crossed paths with any PCT, you know, full-on through hikers. Maybe is that one guy that kind of had that look? Huh. Well, the lady for sure. Just the way she was built in her pack. You tell she's been out for a while. Yeah, you can kind of tell they look really hardcore. Like they got all the equipment, everything dialed in. It's well used. They're clean but dirty. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. Got to look about them, because they've made it through the desert. They've made it through the Sierras, and now they're gonna. After this comes like the Trinity, you know, on up into Upper California and then Oregon. But anyways, so Desolation Wilderness, for me, it's been really special, because this is where my dad brought me. I mean, we hiked, like, I know those lakes. I fished in those lakes, those trails. You know, he taught me how to fish, taught me how to camp, dig a cat hole, stuff with my boots, big boots. Everything from tents. We always try to start a fire with one match, so you learn how to do that kind of thing, and how to cook, how to clean, how to get the water, pump the water. In those days, and when we started hiking, you didn't need to filter anything. You just had your Sierra cup and you dipped it in the water, and that was about it. So it was really a neat time to kind of just reflect on all the many hikes that we went on. Usually it was at least 2 hikes, one early season and then one late season in the Sierras. So it's a lot of good times. So I know, Dad, you're watching this, So thank you very much. So we have some more miles to do ourselves here. Not too many though. So now we're doing some more downhill, but we're not downhill on rocks, which is really nice. Both of Gabrielle and our feet they're not sore, but they're tired of all the rocks and just the strain on the ankles, which is significant. So yeah, I was thinking more about my dad and I in the desolation wilderness and just backpacking in general. So my dad took me on my first trip. I was either like 9 or 10, and it was Memorial Day. It was like Chickenfoot Lake or something like that. And it was like a 3-mile in, and we just hung out at this ice lake, that wasn't completely frozen. But from that point on, let's say I was 10, so probably, I don't know, at least when I got out of school and beyond a few years, so let's just say 25, so let's say that's 15 years, we went on at least 2 summer backpack trips in the Sierras. So that's like 15 years, 2 trips, that's like 30 trips, and all of them were in the Sierras. So that's why when somebody pulls out a map of the Sierra, I'm like, oh yeah, I think I've been there. I don't remember the details, but we actually looked at maps because we used paper maps back then. He taught me how to map and compass everything. And if you draw the lines where we've been, it's like just all over the Sierras. So that's why another reason why it was just so special, because we don't have mountains like this in Oregon, except maybe the Wallowas, which it's going to be my next trip. I think by myself in next month, but yeah, it was nothing like this in Oregon. So that's a lot of trips, 30 trips, and we rarely went to the same spot. It was always tried to do something different. That's pretty amazing when you think about it. Whoa. And I usually fell at least once every trip, did a flip or something on the trail. That's actually true. So this is probably the last, I say that all the time, but the last, our view of the big desolation wilderness. But I don't know, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, maybe you guys can see it, but the back country there is just, it's epic. I mean, there's endless passes back there. It just goes on and on and on. And we weren't in the super back country there. It just goes on and on. Yeah. No, you're in it. Oh. So there we go. We got the double crest still at the Pacific Crest, and then the Tahoe Rim Trail. We haven't seen one of these signs in quite a while, but that has all the markings for the different things, all that.
No bikes.
No bikes.
No motor vehicles.
That's good. But there are horses. It's always cool how they have horses and hikers, though. Yeah. Well, we're getting pretty close to Richardson Lake. We're within a mile, I think.
Yep. We're within a half mile.
Half mile. Bring it on. Could be some swimming. We don't know yet. All right, so we made it to Richardson Lake, which I'll show you in a second. We're going to have some lunch. Christian and Jordan are waiting for us. Gabriel's having some tasty Fritos. And we got a new friend here, Max. From, where are you from?
Rockland.
Rockland. Awesome. And you're doing the TRT, and you're about, how far are you?
About 2/3 of the way.
Sweet. So how many more days do you have, do you know?
4 or 5.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I lose kind of how many days. I just know like day what. Awesome. It's really good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
Yeah. So here's the lake. It's a nice lake, but it doesn't look like a swimming lake though. It's kind of muddy bottom, but man, definitely we can get water here though.
I was kind of hoping this lake would be a more swimming lake.
Yeah, I was looking forward to doing some more jumping.
I kept walking along the edge and I kept seeing all the logs and stuff, like, man, that's a bummer.
All right, so we just found out that Max is an Eagle Scout, and he's the 3rd Eagle Scout that we've actually met on the trail here. So Max is going to tell us about what his Eagle Scout project was.
Well, I did it for an organization. It's Gold Country Wildlife Rescue. They did wildlife rehabilitation in Auburn. And they have these structures. They're made out of they're big, but they're made out of rectangular panels. they're like a 2x4 frame covered in mesh.
Uh-huh.
So I made 16 of those panels.
Wow.
Which was enough to make one whole enclosure.
Oh,
And
super.
then they can reshape it to make it long and skinny or big and wide.
Wow.
However they need, really.
Oh, good for you, man.
That's awesome.
How'd you come up with the idea?
Well, it was actually the second idea I had for my Ego project.
Yeah.
The first one, I wasn't that motivated. It didn't feel that important to me. It wasn't like anything I felt passionate about. And so then I contacted that Gold Country Wildlife Rescue and another wildlife place, and they were the only ones that responded. So
awesome.
yeah.
Wow. There you go. The future right there, Max. All right, well, we just finished our lunch at Richardson Lake. Really nice. Girls put their feet in the water. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So it's about a 4-mile hike to this stream, and where that crosses, we're gonna meet up with the other two. I'm hiking with Gabrielle. She's in front of me, and we'll probably just look for a nice little camp spot there. That'll give us around 13 something miles today, which would be good. So right when we were getting ready to go, bless Gabrielle for her patience, I heard the word desert. The guy with a nice looking beard. And I said, hey, you hiking the PCT going north, going to Canada? He says, yeah. I said, really? So tell me about the desert, man. So I'll abbreviate, but it sounded pretty horrific, actually. He says he figured about half the people, that signed up to do the PCT, didn't make it through the desert. He says people died, people airlifted. Said one guy had a bunch of sponsorship and everything. He cut out. A gal was going for some record. She didn't make it, she cut out. And I'm assuming everything he told me was true, but he has stories of literally digging 2 feet in the desert to get some water. But a lot of it, I think, if I can put it together, was people just thinking they're going to beat nature on their own terms instead of adapting and doing what it takes, like hiking at night or not hiking so many miles, or just hanging out a couple days and let some of the heat pass or something like that. But it sounded pretty bad, pretty scary. It's a pretty good check. Now, you don't want to, rearrange and change your whole life for something and then commit to doing it no matter what, kind of thing. So it was actually a really good conversation. Learned a lot about everything about his pack, what he put in his pack, how does he sleep, how does he cook, electrolytes. I mean, you can imagine, if you know me, I peppered him with 1,000 questions. I think he was happy to talk to somebody. So that was really nice. So that was actually really good. Anyways, back to what we're doing here. We're getting pretty close. We feel like we're getting to near the end of the trail, even though we have got how many miles tomorrow? 16 or 13?
We have 13 tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, so tomorrow we have another 13. And then we'll have our final 6 where we're going to meet Katrina in Tahoe City. So we can kind of feel the end. All that kind of comes with that after a long journey. And we're still really stoked that we're with Jordan and Chris. They've made the trip really special and unique. And, completely unanticipated. Which was just like I just met that thru hiker right there. I didn't anticipate that at all. So. Yeah, so on with the trail. Well, we're getting close, probably half a mile, I think, to the stream where we can get some water, and we just don't have too many. We don't have too many of these left. So thought I'd show you that. Stopping at the creek here, watered up. How many liters you carrying, G? Oh,
4.
4. Yeah, that's what I have too. Yeah, so that's gonna be for the rest of today. Hiking, dinner, breakfast, hike in the morning till water, which isn't that far away. So, Jordan here decided to water the ground.
Yeah, you know, it needed it. It was looking pretty thirsty.
Yeah. Chris is getting his water. Everybody's got a little different watering thing. And this is the source we've been looking for. Years ago, I would have been highly dissatisfied with this kind of water, but you know, with our little bottles and the water filters they have, this is way more than enough to get water. I mean, we can go off of a trickle. It's really pretty though. If you look inside here, there's like a little waterfall right in there. That's kind of tough to see with the camera. Being from Oregon, we love these little waterfalls. All right. What you doing, G?
I'm getting another bottle.
Oh, okay, G. Show us how this is done. Have we already seen this?
Probably.
Probably. Okay, we'll do it again anyways. So.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, there she goes. She got the optimal little spot there. You got to get flow and angle to do it right. Once it fills up, sticks the Sawyer on the top and you're good to go.
Yep.
Pretty straightforward. So we're on the trail again now, all watered up. But we do have some clouds here. But these are different than the clouds before. They're not smoke clouds and it's not really a front. It's about 3 o'clock, so between 3 and 4 in the Sierras, it's really common to get like an afternoon shower. So this might, and we haven't really had that. So maybe this will be the day that we finally get that afternoon shower. But we're ready. It's part of the fun. This feels very Oregon-esque. We're getting close to a trailhead. It's Barker Pass trailhead. I thought it was, for a few days, I thought it was Baxter Pass, which is I think, an epic Sierra pass. So I was really disappointed when I found out it was Barker Pass. But we're at a trailhead. There's camping here. We got tons of water with us. Pit toilets. Girls are really stoked about that. So now we're gonna try and find ourselves a sweet little campsite. All right, so this is Noelle. She just opened up a box and gave us that. So she is a true angel, Noelle. Yeah. And this evening, look what I get to sit in. Come on. All right, G.
Yeah.
Here, get me on here.
All right.
That's a nice chair.
Very nice. Very nice.
That is a nice chair.
You need a cigar.
You do need a cigar. You know what you need is a footstool.
Oh,
What'd she say?
the footstool.
Oh, the footstool. Okay, we got more coming here. Hold on a second. Took it up a level, which is just supernatural level here, Noelle.
How do you feel?
Yeah. You're just up here hanging out?
Well, my husband sat down. This one?
Yeah.
It's not super cold.
All right, so the Trail Angel saga continues.
Lemon or
Oh, it's a
blood
certified
orange.
bee corporation.
What's the blood orange? I can't try blood orange.
Yeah.
with you. Thank you so much.
Beer?
Wow. What kind of beer?
Well, this one is a shit beer.
I hadn't even heard of that. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I'm drinking it.
Or here's a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Oh.
This
oh.
one's colder because I just put those
So
in.
what kind of beer is the blue beer?
I don't know. She never bought it before.
Let me see that.
Pilsner. Bread in a can.
Is it Pilsner?
Give me those
Yeah.
calories.
Water malt? Yeah, I'm gonna switch. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right.
you want a
Thanks
beer?
so much
This
again.
is so cool.
Yeah.
This is great. Man.
I wish I had something to offer you. You want some sunscreen?
I mean,
I'm good.
No, we'll just say many thanks. How about that?
Yeah.
Two days in one.
Yeah, really.
Was 2 of our days.
So this is end of day 12, and I got about 3,100 calories, so that's pretty good. How many Gabrielle? You got way more calories though.
35.
35, yeah. 35 is kind of my goal. I don't know why, but it just is. Anyways,
No, I only had 27,800 steps today.
okay, we're comparing stats. So there we go.
300.
Your watch doesn't count anything.
All right, so we're gonna be just making stuff up. Anyway, so today was a pretty good day. We did the total. We were gonna do what 13 and 13 and a half, but we ended up with like 15 because we went a little bit. We went further. Actually went to where there's a campsite, and I'm sitting in this really sweet blue chair here and everything, just loving it. So yes, we were talking about the highlights of the day. It was really neat meeting Max, 15-year-old. Was in I don't know if we talked about the bear situation or not. I don't think we did. Anyway, he came upon 2 cubs, and then they started to run up the tree, and then he saw the mom, and when he slowly backed away, kind of thing. 15-year-old Eagle Scout, and so that's got to be a little tough. So that was pretty fun. We hiked out of Desolation, and you got to see that. That was really neat. Kind of sad. It's kind of sad to leave Desolation because it was a super clear day today too. Yeah, and then what was the other thing we happened?
Desert Man.
Oh yeah, we met the PCT Desert Man, and I told you, I mentioned that in one of the videos earlier too about him. So that was a very sobering conversation we had. I don't know if he thought that, but it was for me though. So yeah, it was a really good day. We got good miles, good company, and it's kind of sad because we only have like a day and a quarter left or something like that. Yeah, but the good news is I got another trip coming up next month, going somewhere, so I can think about that. So that's it for tonight. Hopefully, there will not be a late nighttime video like there was when Jordan got her food messed with. Yeah, we're counting on that. So we're gonna do that food stuff right now. So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Okay, introduce yourself here.
I'm Wesley.
Wesley.
I'm Noah. We're both from Georgia, about an hour out of Atlanta.
All right, and you guys are Eagle Scouts from Troop
200.
200. Awesome. All right. So we met these guys in the trail, and this is all about the bear bag thing. So tell us about your bear bags. What happened there?
So last night we put up the bear bag, same way we've been putting them up for years.
Yeah.
I mean, we worked out in Philmont in New Mexico where
Yeah.
they have a lot of bears.
Yeah.
And we put up the bag 10 feet out from the tree, 12 feet up off the ground,
Yeah.
tie it off to a little tree down at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
And when we wake up the next morning, the bear had cut the line at
Yeah.
the bottom where it was
Yeah.
tied to the tree, dropped the bag, licked everything absolutely clean. The only thing left was coffee. The bear did not
Oh,
want
really?
coffee. Everything else was gone.
Well, caffeine, that's addictive. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay. So then what happened? Because, okay, so this is, Craig here. Whatever. All right. That's not good. But, so we didn't expect to see you guys again. We're like, well, that's it, end of the trail for us, seeing you guys. So what happened then?
We got off the trail. We were able to go into town, restock,
Yeah.
and join back up with the trail right after Dick's Pass, and was
Cool.
able to come on and then hike about 20 miles today.
We thought
To try
about
to
it a
catch
lot
up.
today, and the way things ended up working out. Originally, we weren't sure if we were going to jump back on the
Right.
trail. We
I
thought we
know.
weren't, and then we kind of worked things out. So we pushed our hotel stay a night back.
Okay.
So we're staying one less night in
cool.
a hotel at the end, so we
Okay.
can finish.
Yeah.
And we ended up hiking 9 or 10 miles in order to cover 3 miles of the TRT.
Yeah. Good
So,
job, man.
So it's
Yeah.
I'm excited to be done.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be nice to say, yeah, we got a bear got all our stuff, but, we
But
still got back
oh
out
yeah,
there.
that's super gnarly. So are you guys gonna finish it tomorrow then?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're gonna stay like 3 or 6 miles away from the end tomorrow
Okay.
night. Yeah.
Where
yeah.
do you guys finish?
Tahoe City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, but we're gonna finish Friday, so we don't want to finish tomorrow. So awesome. All right. Well, all right. So you guys heard it for the guy. This is the best bear story ever, and they're here to actually tell us about it. Where do you guys go? Here we go. Anyway, oh, they're there. Yeah. So anyway, so like I told people about kind of the bear stuff, but now we actually get to hear from them. And the really cool part is that they got back on the trail and get to finish it, because you just can't fly here every day, right? Yeah,
No,
it's,
yeah.
it's super amazing. So, all right. So this is the extra bonus, chapter of today's video. Hopefully there will be no more tonight, because we just did our barebacking.